going on, guys?
It's DNA Disc Golf.
And we're here to share with you all our awesome disc golf collection. So let's get right into it.
What's up, guys? Are you ready for part 3 of our collection? This one will be the fairway drivers.
If you haven't already, make sure you're going back, watching the other 2 videos, because you're going to see these discs get a lot spicier and a lot sweeter as we get further into our collection of those distance drivers. So go back, watch those, come on back, and then see what we have here.
And this one might be my favorite one.
I get to share with you some of my favorite fairway drivers. It's still one of my favorite fairway drivers. And so I think we're going to start with our non-trilogy stuff. So if you guys want a quick breakdown, we have 2 stacks. We have a all trilogy stack, which is just all of our trilogy stuff, Dynamic West Side Latitude, and then we have just a mixture stack of just a bunch of different companies that we've collected over the our time playing from last year to I think a little bit maybe into this year, but I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet for you guys. But we've got some sexy discs that we want to share with y'all.
First 2 discs aren't the same, but I got them in the same year, and they both came from Ledgestone 2 years ago. This is a sick Discraft Undertaker, super like jawbreakery. Has like 3 to 4 colors, like this light purple, dark blue into light blue. Super sick.
Very.
I'm pretty sure I traded this with Antonio. So yeah, the story keeps going. And then second one is this Discraft Annex. It is super sick misprint that Antonio got me with his winnings the first year. It looks like a lightning bolt went through it with like a jawbreakery center.
You guys are very sweet. This is a sick Annex. We're starting off with a pretty cool one. This here is a Secret Weapon. This was made by ABC Discs. And if you don't know who ABC Discs is, it was a company made and run by Dan Pastor. He was a very great ambassador for the sport. Very memorable person, made an impression on you. Always a good one when you first met him. And this was part of the disc golf line or disc line that he made. This is the fairway, understable fairway called the Secret Weapon. We received these in a local event that we had, and I just made sure to keep this one as a really good collector disc because Dan made a great first impression on me when I played with him, and this is just a really cool memory disc to have. And if you don't know, Dan did pass away this past year, so that's why this disc has a little bit more meaning to me in terms of me collecting it. So definitely a really cool disc. I've heard great things about these, and yeah, thank you so much, Dan.
And if you haven't watched the first video of our collection, you will hear my story about Dan. He was amazing. Always gave the best hugs, and everyone loved him. So make sure you go watch part one to see what disc he gave me.
Yours is really cool.
Next is going to be the Discraft Raptor.
Raptorius.
This one we stood in line to get Yuli's signature. Of course, he's one of my favorite pros.
Could you tell?
And also have this cool Tour Series Raptor clear with this super cool purple stamp. And if you want to know why Paul Ulibarri is one of my favorite, you need to go watch the practice round with Simon Lizotte. I can't remember what course it was the practice round for, and find out the answer to why Heiser is called Heiser.
The answer just may shock you. Alright guys, really cool Discraft disc of mine that I have in my bag, and I don't have many Discraft, but this was one of the newer discs that they made, and I just fell in love with it right off the bat. This here was the first disc that I got of that run that made me fall in love with it. Threw this quite a bit before a tournament, really fell in love with the way it flew, the way that it felt in the hand. And that disc is no other than the Discraft Passion. So this is the first run one I got from a local pro shop, Delwood Disc Golf, Delwood. And this was just a really cool one that I managed to snag up, really cool cotton candy look to it that I just had to get. This is the first run. And then I made sure to blow all my funny money possible on these 3 sexy prototypes. This is a cool, just lost all day. Passion that I got. Really cool, like, what did I say? Sparkle, like sparkle metallic look to right there. You can see it to it. Really cool stamp. This one I call a burst of sun just because it has almost looks like a lava or like gas pocket on the sun that would just blow. And then one of my favorites is this really light and lightweight prototype. Really cool, unique stamp on it. But definitely a cool one that I had to make sure to get. One of my last Discraft discs that I have in my collection for fairways is this cool Undertaker that I got from a tournament called Shady Strokes held by Dan Schlitter. Now, this was one of the cool, unique Undertakers that I found and snagged up for one of my player pack discs. Has a really cool bird brain stamp on it and a really unique color, like shifts. We're like, look at that, like almost like earthy type color to it. Really cool, really unique. So made sure to grab that before anyone else could. All right, Danny's up.
Next, I got this cool swirly S-Blend Andrew Marweed Centurion. I can't remember if this was in my post. I don't remember if it was in our in the bag, but I might have to do an updated in the bag. My in the bag has definitely changed since I've put a couple of new discs and put a couple of old discs back in too.
Preseason in the bag coming soon. My turn. Next here I have is this very awesome X7 by Prodigy. I managed to snag this up after Cat won the U.S. Championship, or sorry, the World Championship for disc golf. Hence the 2-time on top of that. Really cool disc, really cool color. Look at the back of that thing. That is sick. Made sure to grab this up. One of the uniquer ones that I found, to my eyes at least. And just really, really, really cool disc. And if you don't know this either, she is no longer a part of Prodigy. She is now sponsored by Disc Golf Association. So really cool memento disc of hers that I have in my collection from her years with Prodigy.
Next, I got this S-Blend FD, the Clash stamp. It was a fundraiser for last year's Pro Clash.
Very cool. And I just have this very cool stock C-Line FD. This was just a cool gift that I got from a Secret Santa exchange that we did on a Facebook page. And the guy gave me one of these and then another disc. And I just made sure to hold on to this because it's a cool originals molded. So Innova molded Discmania FD that I just kind of have in my collection that might one day find the air.
Next,
Boom, boom, boom.
we might have gotten a mail call with this stamp, but you'll have to wait to see in our distance driver video. It may not be a distance driver, it might be something else. But this is an Eric Oakley scepter. These came out when he first signed with Infinite. And this was just like kind of to get him some tournament funds and stuff like that. Along with that, Antonio and I got these cool Metal Flake Glow Exoduses. It's got like Earth with a rocket ship and a comet and the moon. Super cool. Had to support one of our favorite pros.
Definitely one of my favorite pros. Spoiler alert.
Along with that, I also got this team stamped Ghost Stamp Metal Flake Glow Exodus, along with this Ghost Stamp Splatter Blend Exodus.
My turn. I've got a fat stack of these babies to share with you guys. The first one I'm going to share with you all is this really cool local club stamped Lucky Shots Disc Golf Better Lucky Than Good stamped Thunderbird. So this is a Star Thunderbird I got from I think it was their league opener. Just a really cool disc. Always love supporting them. The guy that runs this club is basically family to us, so we always support him when we can. And this is just a cool memory disc that I'll always have, just kind of remind me of him. And then this is just a fat stack of backups to a disc that I just put in my bag last year. If you didn't watch our In the Bag, go watch it, come back, now we're here. And now I'm carrying with you the new Innova disc added to my bag, the only Innova disc in my bag, the Jeremy Colling Thunderbird. And these are just a fat stack of cool colors that I grabbed, also backups from the local shop, Delwood Disc Golf. Delwood. These are just some cool, unique colored ones that I managed to snag up. That will one day find trees, fairways. But right now, the one in my bag is doing its job and not getting lost. Some really cool, unique swirls to these. Like, these things are sexy. Darker purple one. And then I call this a double XL Halo Thunderbird. You can like see right there. Look at that. Like, that's a fat rim of just orange. And if you don't know, orange is my favorite color. Those are all my sexy Thunderbirds.
And I got this cool like aqua turquoise one, along with this blue, signed by the man himself, Jeremy Colin.
Got 3 of them. This is the Evolution Splice. Very overstable fairway by Discmania. We got these as player practice for a tournament that we played in that was doubles. Very cool.
That Dana Vici held.
Very fun, very great time. And then this may look like a normal splice, but boom, it is another champion stamp disc. This one is Kyle Klein when he won the Idlewild Open. This was like one of the first ones they did. So a really cool memento or kind of like memory splice that I have from when Kyle won his first, I think it was one of his first bigger tournaments that he won, like in terms of
Pro Tour.
Yeah, Pro Tour events. And then this here is double cool because it's a first run splice, Primal Run Edition. That's what the Primal Run stands for. And it's also a champion disc stamped with Eagle McMahon's championship win from the Portland Open last year. So really cool splice. This was kind of the first one I faintly threw to see if I would like it. Very comparable to the next disc I'm going to show you. And that's why that is no longer in my bag. But I have here 2 very, very, very awesome Prodigy Disc FX2s. This one I got from a local pro shop down at Ledgestone this past year. And this is just sick. Like, it's $750, so it's one of their more premium plastics. But this thing is just gorgeous. Like, I can't even do justice right now, but it is just like smoky, like gorgeous. I wish I could throw it. But then the second one I have is this really cool, I guess you could say champion stamped Chris Dickerson FX2 from when he won the United States Disc Golf Championship. And if you don't know, Chris is no longer with Prodigy, so this is another cool memento that I have of a Chris Dickerson stamped Prodigy disc from his time with Prodigy.
My last 2 non-trilogy discs, both Discmania. I have this Neo Essence that's dyed by Tim Perkins of Synergy Dyes with my favorite artist, Elenium. And my last one is this sick Simon Lizotte Doombird 2. It is an FD3. It's definitely one of my collectors, even though I did throw it for a little bit.
It is sexy. Oof. You guys thought we were done. Not even close. All right, now we're getting into some of the goodies here. This is all of our trilogy stuff. The first one I'm going to show you is part of my favorite type of fairway and one of my favorite players' fairway drivers when he was a part of the team. And that disc is the Eric Oakley Felon, aka Dynamic Disc Felon, but I call mine Eric Oakley Felon because he threw the Felon, he loved it. It became one of my favorite fairways, not only because he's my favorite player, but because it's an amazing fairway, overstable fairway driver. This is a cool 2020 Chameleon Team Stamp, Team Series Edition Felon that I got. Version 3, so they did a couple different variations of these, and this was the version 3 that they did. I had to make sure to get my hand on this one. Really cool, like, swirls into the plastic with kind of that, like, glittery look to it. Definitely a beefcake and a meat hook of a Felon. And let me have Danny share with you one of my lost shoulders.
This lovely Seafoam 2019. Yep, 2019 Lucid X. Really good memory with this. This is the tournament that I got this signed, was the tournament that got me into actually playing competitively. That was the 2019, because this is a 2019.
Oh yeah,
2019 Pro Worlds in Peoria. and I got it signed by Tina and Eric, and he said this is a beaut.
Danny said, I wanted this to get signed by Eric. I only had a felon. So I said, sure, you can have this. Wish I held on to it. That's all my felons, guys. That's everything. No, I'm kidding. I've got 25 more to share with y'all. So I'm going to kind of fly through these. I guess I'll let Danny go first with one of hers.
I just have this, and Antonio probably has one too. This is the 2020 Lucid X Glimmer Felon.
This was
We
version
got this at
2.
DDO.
No, wait.
4.
4, possibly version 4. So, like we were saying, they did a bunch of different variations. That's a Glimmer Felon. This is a Chameleon Felon. So this is version 3. That's version 4. And then one of my favorite felons that I have contemplated putting in my bag, and it's very difficult too. I had one of these, lost it. It was one of my favorites. This is a 2019 Team Series Lucid X Felon, and this was dyed by Tim Perkins. It's hard for me to kind of get the beauty of this disc and the stamp that he did, or the dye job he did on this, but it is gorgeous. One of my favorite felons that Danny still is trying to get off me. I will not let go of, but it accents that like blue teal stamp so well. Definitely a great felon that I have in my collection from Tim Perkins, and thank you, Tim. Thank you so much.
And as we're going with dyed felons by Tim Perkins, he dyed this 2021.
2021, yeah.
We got this at DDO at the Fly Mart, and got this signed by or not signed, dyed by Tim Perkins. It's a Fialon.
We had a visitor guest that was trying to show himself in the video. Meet Romeo, the disco T. Oh, okay, go ahead, buddy. All right, I'm gonna try to fly through these really quick, and then Danny will show you her next one when I get to mine. She might be waiting a while, but it's okay. This here is just a cool 2018 Lucid X Felon, that Team Series edition that I got. Once I heard or knew about Eric Ole's Team Series, I made sure to try to get one from every year that he had one. So this is a 2018 version. Definitely different stabilities in terms of how overstable each one is. This was pretty overstable, but not as overstable as the Chameleon. And then I have this very awesome one that my lovely girlfriend here got me. This is a version 4, so maybe yours was a 2. So hers was 2, that was 3. This is version 4, and this is a sick Halloween stamped version 4 Chameleon Lucid X Felon that they did. Moonshine. Oh yeah, Moonshine Lucid X that they did for his Team Series run last year as the 4th variation of them. Very cool, unique one that is absolutely sick. Man, that is sick. I never actually took a moment to look at that. 2 very awesome limited edition felons that Danny was so graciously gave me or traded me are these Moonshine 20, like, I don't even know, Moonshine felons. These were from like the first Moonshine batch that they produced. Very limited and hard to find runs. One of my favorite runs. I still have one in my stack of throwers I just took out of my bag. I might have to put back in, but these are just really cool. I have certificates of authenticity proving that these are very rare. I think there were 50 of these released,
something like that, or 75 or 80, something.
But the stamp's really cool because, like, you can see right here, it's got a guy sitting in basically prison. Very cool. Felon. It's a Moonshine Felon. And this is just a cool, again, early run Moonshine Felon that I have in my collection from the 2017 GBO, which is now the Dynamic Disc Open, but really cool disc I got. The backup to the one that I have thrown. Very cool stamp. Great run. One of my favorite runs to date, honestly. And then I have another 2019 Lucid X Felon I got. Made sure to get some different colors. This is a cool Day Glow one. Very flat, very... just feels good in the hand. I might have to put this one in the bag because I can't put my other one, but definitely a cool 2019 Tour Series 1. And then the holy grail of felons that Danny managed to get me. This is a prototype felon. I don't have many of these. I wish I did. But this is a very cool disc that Danny got me. This is very early run, hence prototype of the Felon when Dynamic Disc was first producing them. Really cool collector piece. And then I guess now Danny can show you the next one while I had dig and find mine. All right.
Next is this sick Dimax Ice Lucid X Felon with the EO symbol for Eric Oakley.
We got these at DDO. These were a special release that he had at the block party. And this was just definitely one of the Felons I made sure to snag. The second Felon I made sure to snag was this Robort like lemonade ice Lucid X Felon with the limited edition Eric Oakley stamp on top there of a fish. This was the second kind of like limited release he did of the Felons at the at the block party he had. Made sure to get him to sign it. One of my lifelong goals, or one of my goals, is to get every Felon I have signed by Eric Oakley. This is part of the 26 I have. It just doesn't matter.
I'm just gonna sit here for a while.
I'm just gonna fly through these. This is another sick Ice Lucid X Felon that I got from a really cool member of one of the Facebook pages I follow. This is an Eric Oakley, just like fundraiser Lucid X Felon.
One of the first discs that he got stamped like that.
Yeah, one of the first discs with his new stamp at that time, EO. And if you watch our next video, you might see that EO on something else that was dropped recently. And then this is similar to the one Danny had. Mine's just not dyed. That Lucid, there it is right there. The EO Eric Oakley Felon. Lucid X again. Another cool Lucid X Felon again. I have a lot of Lucid X Felons. I'm gonna slow it down here. I don't like paying a lot of money for discs. These were two exceptions. You can ask Danny. If you want one thing about Felons, you know one thing about Eric, you know one thing about Dynamic. There's a thing called Mango. Mango. Very cool, very limited, like, I don't even know. Let's just say very, like, popular run that was made. And so anytime a Mango disc came out, Eric Oakley had to have it. Well, so did I. And so I managed to snag these two beautiful Lucid X 2020 Tour Series Edition Felons off the man himself, Eric Oakley. And
this was when COVID first started and they were trying to get some extra funds.
Yep, Eric Oakley dug through his own stash and he put these up for sale. And look at that one. Like, you can't even see it, but like right there, you can see that dark orange rim bursty to it. And then I got this true Mango Felon. I have not brought myself to throw them yet, but that's okay. We're gonna go back in the bag. I think we're almost there. I have another 2018, I think, Tour Series Felon. Wait. Oh, it doesn't say. So this year they don't have the years on them, but this is another 2018 Tour Series Lucid X Felon from Eric Oakley. Again, one of my favorite. Sorry, looking at the next disc. One of my favorite players, and still to this day is my favorite player. A guy I look up to, a player I look up to, an ambassador for the sport I look up to. These were, again, I think, another DD, what would have been glass blown open.
2020.
So similar to the two Felons we showed you guys that we said we got a DDO. These were the year prior. And again, that event did not happen because of COVID. So he sold these virtually during a virtual fly mart. And so I made sure to snag these very, very beautiful Lucid X Moonshine Eric Oakley Felons with the old school moonshine stamp on them from what Dynamic would do for their moonshine molds. And this one's a cool, like, party, like, shatter. It makes me think of Rainbow Road from Mario. And then this is just what I think I would call, like, a mint. Right? Is that what Steve? Winter mint. Really cool. But two very awesome moonshine Felons that I have. And then we're almost there. Two newest additions to my Felon collection. These aren't Eric Oakley Felons. That's okay, because they're one of my other favorite pros, Ricky Wysocki. These are two of the new Orbit Felons that he dropped when he first made his announcement. This is a black, like, Orbit Felon. Really cool. And this is a blue Orbit Felon. Again, from Ricky Wysocki. this here, these are some cool gems. This is an old run Dimax Felon. These was, there were out of 100 of these, so there's 1 to 999, so 1,000 of these. Out of the 1,000, this one was number, or out of the 999, this was number 657. So on the back here, I'm going to try very quickly. Right there, you can kind of see they actually engraved the number of what run it was. So this is number 657, or 657. This was gifted to me from a really cool guy. I wish I could remember his name. He knew how much I liked Felons. Caleb McKinney.
Yep.
So this
Secret
was a
Santa.
big thank you to him. Yeah, Secret Santa, again, a part of the Facebook page we were a part of. Very cool guy, very awesome, because he hooked me up with this amazingly limited Dimax Felon that's in my collection. And then, all right, last but not least, I'm glad I saved this one for last, because this is a Deep East Texas stamped Moonshine Felon. And the reason that I'm glad I saved this for last is because this is a true old run, like probably first batch that they made. Not first batch that they made, but the first like production run, or like production of the Moonshine Felon. And this is one of those older runs that I have that was just so cool. So cool to have. Such a great just thrower. And that's all of my 26 amazing Felons.
Next, a disc that Kona has been loving and that I used to love when I was just all trilogy, was the Vandal. I have a cool prototype Vandal, a 1 of 5 Lucid X Moonshine first run Vandals. This was for the 2020 DDO, and we got these in mystery boxes.
She got a 1 of 5 stamp.
And then this is a Dimax Fusion Vandal, the same artist that did the Justice and Harp that Antonio had in video 1 and 2, Michael Barnard. I got this cool Glimmer VIPX Underworld.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
The campsite, campsite.
West Side Camp.
West Side Campsite. Chameleon. VIPX Underworld.
I think those, yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew, but they have a lot of these
West Side Scene, that's it.
And people love collecting these, and this was one that people were looking for. Again, with the 2020 DDO is the Poker Party West Side disc. I had a bunch of these, and I had to keep the blue one for sure. And then this really sick, cool, old run
Pearl,
tournament
Lava, actually.
Underworld digital. It's a digi stamp.
I think it's sick. All right, guys.
You want me to keep going?
No, I'll go. All right. Let's see what I got. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, I'm gonna fly through these two first, just because Danny had a couple of these. So there were 2 different stamps of the Vandal that she showed. She had the Lucid X that said, what did it say? First one? First one on it. And then I have these 2 Moonshine Lucid X Vandals that were also in the mystery boxes, and this was the second variation of stamp you could get. So I got this cool Party Time one here, very cool, very unique. And then I got this cool Oil Slick as well. Just kind of kept on to them because, again, I threw Vandals as well at that time, and these were just cool mementos. I just can't let these go. They're just really cool discs to have in my collection. And then these next 3 I'm going to fly through really quick, because then we're going to get the Danny's juicy stack.
Not yet. I still have...
Man, she holding on to you guys. So, again, at this year's DDO, we managed to snag some really sweet discs. Go back, watch part 1. You know which discs we're talking about. These were also available at the same spot. And these are Eric McCabe EMAC Ice Evaders. So these are Lucid X Ice Evaders with the EMAC silhouette on them. Very cool. I think there were 50 of these made. I don't know. I could be lying. But a very cool limited run of Evader. And then I have just a couple more memento memory ones. This is a hybrid Vader. This was from our player pack at this past year's DDO. So make sure to hold on to this because this was, as you can see, oh shoot, as the stamp says, competitor. So this was a cool competitor one that I kept.
And I got mine signed by all the pros. And AJ Risley was the first to sign it. He had to make sure he put first on there. But these were just a few of the pros that I saw at the Fly Mart.
The cool memento for me, again, this was part of the match play the match play championships that we ran. This was the doubles event, right? Yeah, this was the doubles event, special edition disc you got. And I got this really cool, like, ghost. It's kind of funny. It's like a ghost oil slick. I didn't even realize it. Stamp that I got. I just had to make sure to hold on to it.
This is a really cool story. So we played Emporia Country Club at DDO this last year, and we threw hole 16, right?
Yep, hole 16.
And just for funsies, and we were looking for our disc because we didn't make it to the island green, and I found this Saint Pro.
Yep.
Right, Saint Pro. Yep.
The 264 Saint Pro.
It had Robert McCall, and if you don't know who he is, if you don't know who he is, he was
a part of Team D. He was a part of Dynamic Disc, part of the team, and then he became part more on the media side, and then he parted ways with them to pursue other passions he had.
So I texted his number because his number's on the back, and he's like, "Oh, I gave that to EMAC a while back. I'll give him your number." Blah blah blah. Well. Found him at the
Black Party.
No.
Yep. Black Party.
No, it was.
Oh, sorry, no, Bonfire. I'm sitting here trying to tell her the wrong thing.
And I was like, "Hey, I found this. Do you want it back?" He said no. So then at the Black Party, I got it signed by him.
Really cool.
Next, just a couple cool things that I got for Halloween from Antonio. They came out with Halloween discs. This is a river.
Chameleon.
And then I got a king.
Chameleon.
And then an escape.
Chameleon. That's a cool escape.
And then along with the other escapes,
I forgot about these ones.
I got this. It is
Lucid X.
Dynamic Disc Open from 2019. Lucid X escape that I had Tim Perkins of Synergy die. Super, super sick. It looks really dark on the camera, but it's super sick in person. And then this is this one is...
Okay. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't remember who I got it from, but I know Matt wants it. Is this American Flag Eagle Lucid X Escape. I think it's like one of 50 or one of 75, I believe.
I know we have. All right.
Last, before I get into my goodies, at least,
pull mine out.
we held a Veterans for Vets tournament 2 years in a row, and mine I didn't get signed, but this was the first year. It was a Opto Sapphire. I got a cool flag stamp. I think that was the only flag stamp we had.
We had 140, I think, something players. 64 players come out to this event that we held. This was our first event ever.
And it was negative.
It was negative degrees outside. There was at least there was like a foot of snow on the ground, and then there was at least an inch or two of ice. And there's no T-pads at this course. We chipped away and did our absolute best to make this event as memorable as possible. And these signatures on top are just a couple of the handful of people that helped us make the event as memorable. Yeah, memorable as it was.
And then this was the second year. It was a VIP stag. First, we'll start with the more not basic versions, but
these are mine. Danny's stack is 2 times as big.
My favorite player, well, I guess I'll get into that after we get to this one, but this was my PDGA disc for my first year's.
Oh yeah, her membership disc.
Membership disc. It is an Explorer, a Gold Line Explorer.
Gold Line.
And then this was a Christmas gift. It is Peanut the Wee Nut. It is my favorite artist, Elenium's dog, Dimax, on a Gold Line Explorer. Then I got this Gold Line X Emerson Keith Explorer. This is last year's version 2 Explorer. He's my favorite MPO player, so had to snag that up. Then we have just an Emerson Keith stamp signed by Emerson Keith. Fusion? I don't know.
Hybrid
Explorer.
This is my Hybrid Explorer. This is a GBO 2018 edition Hybrid Explorer from Still Apart when Ricky was a part of the team. This was one of his signature series discs, and if you don't know, Ricky loves Explorers, so this is just one of the cool Explorers that I have in my collection from that event that I wasn't at, but that I got from them.
Just like Antonio's Zombie version 4 Opto X Chameleon Moonshine Felon. This is a Explorer. I got this from my Secret Santa, and yeah,
it's really cool. I'll let Danny share the next one.
The version 1 of the 2021 was this Opto X Glimmer Explorer, and it's just a super cool yellow color. I had like mango-y yellow color I hadn't seen.
These were cool, unique ones that we found at the local shop, Dowood. This is my cool 2021 version 1 edition of those Explorers Glimmerish view.
Next I have this 2018?
Yep.
2018, like lemony, clear.
Similar to my Felon that I showed.
Emerson Keith Opto X Explorer, along with this really cool dyed and signed by Emerson Keith Synergy dyed, and another cool dyed one.
Alright, I'm going to fly through these. These are a preview for what Danny's about to show you. So I just got this cool confetti stamped, USA stamped, Lucid, oh my goodness, Lucid, Latitude 64 Explorer Opto. This was a special release that they did, I think around the 4th of July, I believe. But it's a cool confetti, red, white, and blue confetti on the inside of that, and then a cool USA stamp on top. And then, of course, you got to have prototypes. So we have these lovely Latitude 64 prototype Explorers in the red variation in optoplastic. These are really cool. This one's kind of more opaque. Dana's is also opaque, really fingerprinty. These feel really good in the hand. Explorer. Okay, we have this very cool bursty pink, like just like right there you can see it. It's just such a pretty stock Explorer that I just had to have. Definitely a cool one. And I'm hoping I won't ever have to break out and put in my bag, but you never know. You always lose discs. And then this is my 2018?
It's either 2018 or 19.
Opto X Explorer that I got signed by Emerson Keith at the 2019 Worlds when we went together. Our first like big pro event that we ever went to. We had to make sure to get Emerson's signature because this is when he made his run for the title of that event. Another cool custom dyed, synergy dyed Explorer Opto X is this beautiful synergy dyed one. Thrown quite a bit, but and it leaving my collection. It's so pretty. And
I got this mystery box Opto X Smoke Explorer.
All right. I have this really cool Chameleon Explorer from the 2020 run of Tour Series that they did. This is just a cool dark purple with some black smoke kind of going through it. Really cool one that I have. This is a cool one that we got from the Royal boxes that they dropped, which was the year before, wasn't it? Whatever year it may have been. This was a cool test plastic type disc that they did with a stamp. And this is my really cool Glimmer Dimax Explorer that I got in my box. Very cool, very fitting to me. I just like the burst of color, that smoke kind of behind it. Very cool Explorer that I have in my collection. This one's just kind of unique just because it's grip line. This is a special line of plastic that they ran these in. Not many were made again, but this is the cool one I had, especially because it's white and it's got an American flag stamp on it. Might have to get this dyed by Tim. Tim, I hope you're watching. It's just really cool. And then I have another prototype Explorer. This one's white. So this, I don't know if there's a difference. I never really looked into it. There are different ones of these that say like 1 of 100, but this is just not one of those runs. This is just a cool prototype white one. And this is another disc I got. I think I bought this one. Gold Line membership disc Explorer from PDGA. Mine signed by all the team members of Dynamic Disc that were at Worlds. And not only that, but right here, I got Jeremy Rusko to sign it. I had a cool little conversation with him. And then this Paige, right? Yeah, so this is Paige before she got married. Jordan Castro before he left Team DD. Jeremy Rusko. Paige Pierce. Chris Clemens, AJ Risley, Eric Oakley. I thought I had Zach Melton on here. No, I had a Zach Melton signed Maverick that I ended up friggin' selling. I just remembered. So his signature's not on here.
I have these cool black Opto X Explorers. One's a little bit lighter, one's a little bit darker. This dyed Glimmer Explorer. This was the first, no, it just says EK run. I think this was the first run of Glimmer.
It was around the first Tour Series runs that they did.
I got a green one, a darker blue one. This one was a lighter blue, the one that was dyed. I got this bursty light pearly one, a lighter pearl. Also a really bursty 2020 version 3.
Really pearly.
Yeah, really pearly, bursty. These ones were like Antonio's, the Royal Box. I got the underwater scene. And then Antonio got me this one for Christmas last year. It kind of reminds me of my favorite artist. He kind of has like a more like red tone. And I just really like this scene.
All right, time for the sexies. I'll help. She needs another hand.
Well,
Did the same run.
So these are like the first run of the Chameleon Explorers. This one has the Chameleon that they were doing. This one I got signed at Pro Worlds in 2019. It's kind of fading, but it's still there. And then I got this purple Ghost Stampy one that just has Explorer. I got this like bursty pearl one, and then this like pretty much clear pearl one.
Right, like true Chameleon, first run Chameleon edition that they did.
I mean, if you can't see.
Here, I'll hold up this stack. Oh, hurry up, it's too heavy. She's got a lot. It's her favorite fairway. Thank you so much for hanging with us as we share our part 3 of 4. This episode was fairways, and we had some tasty, juicy plastic. If you guys are liking this content, leave a comment, comment, subscribe. Let's see, what should they leave a comment for this time, Danny?
What was their favorite disc?
Favorite disc? We're gonna keep it rolling. What's your favorite disc? Hers stack, my stack. Could be more than one. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And I hope you guys are ready for part 4. We've got some really cool things to share with y'all when it comes around for part 4. I'm Antonio.
I'm Danielle.
We're DNA Disc Golf. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.